grew back. He's fine.
This recording starting.
We're recording audio and video.
Audio and video.
Well, oh God.
So tonight on the McClare Report.
Yeah. I'm not used to the opposite thing. Like I keep moving this way, but
it's not opposite. It's correct.
It's correct.
No.
Actually,
you're just used to being from the evil mirror universe.
Would that be the one where I don't have a goatee?
Yes, that's the universe where Jay does. Jay is shaven.
I have a goatee, so I must be the evil.
Evil
opposite. I'm the evil twin.
You're the evil opposite. So that explains a lot. We're actually living in the evil universe where things are total shit.
That's right.
Instead of the good universe where things are great. It makes so much sense now. I get it.
I blamed 2020. It was the interchangeability of the damn numbers.
Wait a minute. What year did they turn on the Large Hadron Collider? That did it. That flipped us. It was like 2000 something. It was
the pole. It was the poles, the reverse polarity. Because we know anytime they needed something done in Star Trek, they had just reversed the polarity. We are so nerdy, dude. Alex. She's like, "Oh God, what am I doing with these nerds?"
No, I'm just thinking. I don't know. So, anything happened this week?
No. I haven't heard anything. It's pretty quiet.
2010.
2010.
2010.
Okay.
Was when the LHC started up. That's what did it.
What else happened in 2010? To By the way, whoop. I can't do it. Made by a Cleveland brewery. It's it's
nice.
Made in Cleveland.
It is nice. Gluten-friendly or a gluten-free, gluten person thing friendly. 392. We are the more powerful Dodge motor.
That's right.
I'm car nerding. Sorry, Brita.
So I've been watching James May.
I love James May. Have you seen James May Does Japan?
I love James May too.
Oh my God.
We watched that.
Bim. Guess what?
And we watched James May Cooks or his cooking show. That one was really good too. And then we watched a car one, and I was kind of like reluctant. I was like, I don't want to.
Did you watch The Great Hunt, the most recent one?
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
But I've seen
Does he go hunting?
Else.
It's the treasure hunt one.
I always have a problem when they
do a show. I need to watch that.
When they do a show with guns. Because I'm like, you're in England. You're not allowed to touch them.
Yeah. It's a little disingenuous.
It's a lot disingenuous. But,
right.
It's taken with a grain of salt because I love the whole Top Gear thing. I've tried to get into the new one, and it just doesn't work.
It's different. I mean, well, the new Top Gear with the new people is awful. The Amazon Grand Tour thing.
Grand Tour is very good.
Is good.
That's on Prime?
It's on Amazon Prime, right? But it's less car-y.
Yeah.
And more travel loggy.
It's kind of cool because it's like when they did the dune buggies on the beach, that was just astonishing to see that section of the world. Where was that? Namibia, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was just breathtaking. The one they did where they built the 4-wheel drive vehicle and drove out of you're in the middle of
parts.
It's just parts of the world where you just don't see as a general rule.
Yeah,
it was
really
amazing.
Cool.
And they wind up at the pub that's closed.
Yeah. Worth watching, Brita. You would like it.
Okay, we'll watch it.
It's not nearly as car-y as you would expect.
We've been watching, there's like little videos. I think it's on YouTube. And it's James May, and it's called Food Tribe. And it's like really, I mean, it's basically like a YouTube channel, I guess, and it's recent stuff. And He just does like little weird food things. But we also watched Cars of the People, I think the name of it was.
Yes.
That was really good. I enjoyed that. So,
I think the single most disappointing thing of that entire series, Alan, was seeing Jeremy Clarkson wearing a Che Guevara shirt. Just saying, out of all,
I think he wore it. I think he wore it ironically.
I hope so. His comments indicate that he would not be the type to support someone like Che, but
yeah,
we don't know.
Yep, we don't know. Hey, Brita has a cool library story.
A library story. It's story time.
Yeah. It's not cool. It's more like, people, man.
It's about people.
So, I have lots of stories, but anyway, we've been back to curbside service only, where our library is closed to the public. And so we've been doing kind of like real librarianship type stuff, where people will call in and they say they want certain types of books, or they like this author, what can you recommend? And, that sort of thing. And it's been really fun, but it's been interesting because yesterday a woman called in and she wanted books by a certain author, large print. Okay, great. And I know this author, and the author tends to write kind of series, different series, and multiple books in each series. And the woman's like, no, what?
Is it the Twilight one?
What? No, it's close though.
Oh, really?
It's close. Yeah, it's like kind of like weird vampire-y kind of romance, dark. I don't know. Anyway. So this woman's like, no. I just read them all in order. And so we're like, well, they're not on order on the shelf. She said that she would come into the library and just take them out in order as they're on the shelf. And we said, well, that's not really normally how they're in order as far as the series go, because everything's alphabetical. She's like, oh, no. I have a system. I know which ones I've read already.
Oh, no.
And
oh boy.
And we're like, oh, okay, how? And she says, I go to page 1 and I put a butterfly on page 1. It's a library book.
It's a library book. I've been defacing all of your books.
Yeah. It's not uncommon. And honest to God, it's only senior citizens that do this, and I don't know why. But they will go and make a little mark on a book, and usually it's like a red dot on page 32, or a little mark on the top of the book pages, or something unobtrusive.
Hobo signs.
It is kind of like hobo signs, but this woman decided she's going to put a butterfly on page 1, and so I was like, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me!" And sure enough, we went to the shelf. We went through a couple books and opened up at page 1, and in the corner on page 1, there was a sticker, a butterfly sticker, with the handwritten date of when she read the book. Don't do this, people.
Things not to do ever.
I think we should charge her. I think we should send her a bill.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, it doesn't affect the readability of the book or anything like that, but
that's almost as bad as dog-earing the pages.
Yeah, don't do that either. Oh my God.
That's why I buy all my books.
But we've seen it all. It's like,
I do ebooks. You can't.
People use stupid shit for bookmarks all the time. Band-Aids.
How many? Oh God.
Oh yuck.
Like, how often do you find like credit card receipts and stuff?
What was the weirdest? Oh, we find that all the time. All the time. We find like bills. We find everything.
Wow.
People sticking, stuff as a bookmark.
The
weirdest bookmark was Goldfish Cracker so far.
The thing that
Goldfish.
disturbs me when I get a library book is, you find, and this happened a lot more when I was a kid because I read a lot of older books, but you'd get these books that have been around in the library for 10, 20 years and they've been checked out by a whole bunch of people. And you're reading the book and you keep seeing these like weird like stains on the pages. That it's like food or something. I don't know what.
You hope it's food. You hope it's food.
Like, man, what are people doing?
Here's another thing too. You take out a sexy romance novel, and it always you put it on the table, and it will always boop open right up to the sexiest part.
All right,
like the spine's broken.
Turn open right to the good part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or if you're like rifling through the pages, it like automatically goes to the sexy part.
I always like to use counterfeit 50s as bookmarks. Just saying.
The part where something almost happened.
No. It's always when something's happening. Trust me.
There's stuff happening. That book was held open for a reason, man.
There's quivering and lustful sighs and
heaving.
Yes, lots of heaving.
I'll send you one of those urban fiction books. You'll see.
No thanks.
Filthy.
There's hoodlums with filthy mouths.
Oh God.
Yeah, if we keep this
up, are we
up,
gonna post this video?
Maybe. If we keep this up, we can do the whole show and not talk about politics.
I would not be the least bit averse to that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
So through with the entire fucking human race. It's not even funny, but
I guess I screwed it up by mentioning
It's been a week.
There's been some stuff, things happen.
Remember back when we thought 2021 would be better than 2020?
Not me.
I never thought that.
I guess I was the optimistic one.
2020 was the stuff. This is the explanatory section of the history book. Well, you see, these events happened. Gavrilo Princip was born, and
yes, this is where they're explaining the events leading up to the horrific thing that they thought was horrific at the time.
I'm hearing helicopters, which makes me nervous.
Are they coming to get you?
No, actually, we're in the flight path for the flight line, it usually means there's been a wreck.
Did you lose enough guns already?
They're all gone. All gone. I don't know where they went.
Okay, good. They're in the lake.
They're scary. They're dangerous. I keep hearing
that. Right. Scary and dangerous.
That's right.
No one should have one. Because
nobody has them.
I've been considering taking all my photos down on Facebook, like specifically like Rita with guns photos.
I don't
Not that it will matter.
I don't want my work to find out I own guns.
No. Yeah.
You've already deleted everyone from your friends list, Rita. So
that's true.
Yeah.
It's not like anybody's going to see your photos.
Somebody might. I mean, Facebook will. I mean, like, I'm just thinking potentially at some point.
It doesn't matter for Facebook. They have it. Even if you delete it, they still have it. They don't actually delete things you delete. By deleting it, you're just not letting other people see it. Facebook keeps it forever. There is no delete.
Well, I hope Facebook enjoys all my cat photos.
Yep. I'm sure they do. The internet still does run on cat photos.
Of course. Gosh.
That's, among other things. So
we're going to have to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. It's dumb. Did you know that more and more people are moving from California to Texas?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know
sorry.
it's disgusting. They're already turning Austin into San Francisco Southwest. It's disgusting what they're doing to
Yeah.
that city. But what's his name? Elon Musk moved
No,
to
not Steve
Texas.
Austin,
No,
the $6 million man.
no, they can't mess him up.
Of course, with the way medical care is these days, $6 million is what, like,
He's
you had his shoulder redone.
he's the $6 billion
Yes.
man now.
And Elon Musk is the 600 gazillion dollar man.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world now.
Yep, he passed Bezos.
Wow.
Well,
Yep.
the question is, did he pass Bezos and Bezos' ex-wife?
Probably not them combined,
Yeah.
but
Like, she became the richest woman in the world.
Yep. The old-fashioned way. But
Yeah. I want half, Eddie.
Wow.
Eddie Murphy.
Yep. And hey, at least you didn't have to do it like Kamala did.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Well, yeah, but she was married. So.
She was married to him.
Right.
Oh.
No, it wasn't that he was married to someone else.
Right. So that's fun. But I guess.
But when they got married, Bezos and Mrs. Bezos, when they got married, they were like super geeky.
Yeah.
They're both
all
super geeky.
Yeah.
They're super geeky and they weren't rich.
The money has
right,
bought them.
Right.
No. So maybe it was a love match.
Could be.
I'm sure it was. Maybe it was.
At the time. But they're building rockets in Texas.
Wait a minute. There's no space stuff in Texas. Come on.
They're
like that sort of thing. Texas.
They're building them in a really cool way. I don't know if you've seen this, but you think of building rockets and you always see them in like the Lockheed factory and the clean rooms and fancy, like guys in like bunny suits and everything all clean and stuff like that. They're building those Starship rockets like right out in the open in the bed. It's just like dudes with like welders and coveralls and those scissor lifts and just they're out there welding stainless steel panels on. It's just out in the open in Texas.
There's a bunch of Texas dirt going to be going into space.
We're building rockets, and
if you get Texas dirt on the moon, it becomes the largest state. Take
that's
that,
right.
Alaska.
We own the moon.
Are you going to plant the Texas flag up there?
Damn right.
Damn right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a giant game of capture.
I just think it's cool, and the funny thing is the SpaceX is doing things that it's like Trump with the Mideast peace, right? SpaceX is doing things that NASA said couldn't be done, were impossible to do. It's a cat.
We've been hijacked. We've been hijacked.
Speaking of the internet running like cats.
Use a little face.
Yeah. Video. He's very good natured.
So annoyed at me right now.
You have to understand.
He's so annoyed.
My sister, many decades ago, took riding lessons at a barn and came home with a kitten named Fred.
Oh,
and
no.
He was a barn cat and flea bitten, and he hated everyone but my sister. And this is a cat who would bite you as you were feeding him.
Literally bit the hand that fed.
Yes, like you'd be putting the dish of food down, the artisanal cat food that insisted he have, putting it down and bite. Cat, whack. Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, not literally, but it's like, what are you doing? I'm giving you food. Why are you biting me?
Cats, man.
Look at this face. There you go.
You're growing me incorrectly, human. Use your tongue.
It wouldn't be a score report without Tig showing up.
Well, you know,
Now
he's
the star, and he's like, nope, I'm shy. I'm
There.
shy now. I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh, he'll speak before too long.
yeah. I'm actually trying to delay it because I know it's coming. I know the screaming is coming.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Feed me, Seymour.
That's what it sounds like. All right, so let's talk about the things.
Okay. What things? You know, I want to say that in my maturity, I've become very like, I don't want to fight with anybody. I don't want to engage anymore. I'm done, you know?
Right.
Yep.
I'm just,
Yep. I delete 10 times as much stuff as I let go.
I just like, I have a friend who lives nearby, and I'm pretty sure she's liberal-ish, you know. And she sent me a text message yesterday, and you know, in the midst of, you know, everything that happened, she sends me a text message, and it says, "Oh my gosh, what is happening to our country?" And I was like, "Oh boy," you know, like
How to respond?
how to respond? Like, how do you have these conversations with people anymore? Because you don't want to hate everybody, and you don't want to fight with everybody, and you know, it's, I don't know. So she said, "Oh my gosh, what's happening to our country?" And I said, "Nothing good." You know, it's like I keep giving those types of answers where it's just, and I think on either side, like, it doesn't matter like who you voted for at this point. It's like, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you say now? You know, I don't know. What do you say now?
I'm trying to figure out.
And she's like, you know, she went out and she said something else, and oh, I think this is all like, you know, we're all going to be ending up, you know, homegrown militias and all this stuff. And I said, to be perfectly honest, I think that culture in this country has devolved into tribalism.
There he is.
And we've devolved into tribalism, and there's no way to win now.
Right.
There's no way to win. There's no winning.
Yep.
So, yeah. But I didn't engage. I didn't fight, and I was kind of proud of myself.
Yay.
Brita has grown up, but
Yeah.
also at the same time, Brita has become really jaded about the whole thing. Like, there's nothing to fight about. It's like, sure, pick a team, but it's your team does not care about you.
No.
You know, pick,
And
be left,
really,
right, whatever.
they both
You're a
suck.
pawn in somebody else's game, basically, right? You're just a pawn. So get all upset about it all you want, but it doesn't matter. It just doesn't anymore.
Yep.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah, the you know, the only conclusion I can come up with is they want us at each other's throats.
Absolutely.
Because they could have done even since the election, even if you are one of the 70 million people that think the election was not done according to Hoyle, that the Senate and House and the courts could have done things to defuse the situation. They could have looked at the evidence. They could have taken things seriously. They could have done things. the House and the Senate could have established a bipartisan commission to examine, the claims. However they, whatever. They could have done that, and it would have wound up without a riot.
Yep.
In DC. But they didn't. And they did everything they could to intensify and make things worse. I mean, I don't think they could have done worse. They couldn't have done more to alienate people from each other if they'd tried. I mean, every time they had the opportunity to calm things down, they stoked the fires.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what comes next. Because no matter which side you're on, Trump's out in 2 weeks.
Yep.
He's gone.
Yep.
Orange Man is gone. And
CNN starts losing money again.
They're going to need another snowball. Because once he's out, I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe he will be snowball. Anytime anything goes wrong, it's going to be like Donald Trump was spotted doing this.
They'll also have the right-wing militias. They'll make them up, even if they don't exist. They'll be right-wing, racist agitators. The Trump rally and the riots were blamed on right-wing, nationalist, racist agitators.
The various and sundry Portland and whatnot riots that were, 100% Antifa were those are right-wing agitators. Right. And yet when you say, well, what if there were Antifa in this mix? That's conspiracy theory talk. It's like, exactly. We're saying exactly what you said 6 months ago.
Right.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
So they'll have that. Also, like Schumer said, they've got 2 years and they're going to go balls to the wall. You think the Obamacare thing was, they're going to do Obamacare times 100.
Not even just about Obamacare. It was that, what was the first thing they did? The $1 trillion. $1 trillion bailout. The first thing they did.
They're going to do that.
Cash for clunkers.
Yeah.
And it was just like.
Yep. Well, they're going to do that. You're going to have more lockdowns, and what they're going to do, we're going to have national lockdowns, and they're going to use that as an excuse to pay people money. Yep. So that's going to be the reason for the universal basic income. Because you got to pay people, right?
Right.
The people's got.
I thought we already did that with.
Oh no! This is going to be a regular thing.
And shit.
Yeah. No, that's small potatoes. This is the big time. This is everybody gets a Fed card, and the Fed everybody gets a Fed card.
Everybody.
Yes, everybody gets a Fed card.
Me too? You?
Yes, everybody gets a Fed card. Mm-hmm. However, not everybody gets the same amount of money. Your social credit score will determine the amount of money you get. If you're the right race and the right demographic and the right person. See, that's the whole reason for this, all this talk about resets and universal basic income and federal digital currency is so they can manipulate people, right? If they're going to use it as the giant A/B test, they're going to A/B test the entire population of the U.S. and adjust their behavior by monetary reward. If you do the right thing, you get money. If you do the wrong thing, you get less money, and it goes right into your account from the Fed.
You get more money by turning in your neighbors.
Exactly. They're doing this. They're doing it in China right now. It's coming to the U.S. I guarantee it's coming to the U.S.
Well, if it's coming to China, it's going to Joe Biden through Hunter. But
right. But that's exactly what's coming to the U.S. And the excuse to do it is going to be the universal lockdowns.
Yeah, the universal basic income that were needed because of the lockdowns. Because Trump did such a horrible job with COVID-19.
Right.
The disease with a 99.99999, repeating, of course, survival rate.
And with the vaccine now, if I
right.
believe.
Which
Right,
doesn't
the
work because
vaccine-
Trump touched it.
Right. The vaccine doesn't work or something, or whatever.
Oh, no. The disease is
No, what
mutated.
they've done is that, yes, we have the new mutation.
We have a
now,
new
right?
mutation.
Right. And you got to wear the mask and social distance even after you get the vaccine.
Right.
For some reason.
Oh, my personal favorite is, influenza deaths are down because of all the steps we're taking. You mean the steps you're telling us that people aren't taking, which is why COVID is spreading still?
I learned how that works. Do you know how they got the number of flu deaths in the United States every year?
They guessed.
This came from Scott Adams. He looked it up. He asked smart people that know this shit. They guess. Literally guess.
That's what I said. I said that.
They guess. No. Yeah. There is no, you would think they like check people's death certificates and add up the number that say flu.
Yep.
Nope, not at all. They guess. They take like the number of explained deaths and subtract the number of unexplained deaths, and then they throw a percentage at it and say, that's the number of flu deaths this year.
Yeah.
It's just a guess.
Yeah,
and the problem with COVID is they can't guess because you can't tell based on symptoms who has the flu and who has COVID.
Yep.
Because you feel like shit and it's the same damn symptoms. So
yeah.
That's why the flu deaths are none. Because they can't determine.
Well, even if you had the flu, they would tell you had COVID, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Right.
Sure. So there you go.
The one thing I'm trying to understand from everything that happened earlier this week is our favorite, one of our favorite people, Congressperson Omar, says they should impeach Trump over what happened. And I'm thinking to myself,
just wait 2 weeks.
This cannot possibly be it can't be unintentional. This is like a direct, I'm going to see if I can goad somebody into firing the first shot.
Right.
This is, we are literally trying to provoke someone into starting the second.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's what they want. They want us fighting in the streets so they can clamp down. Yep. That's why they said 9/11 was a huge godsend for state control. Man, that Patriot Act, they rolled all the shit they've been trying to get passed for 20 years into that Patriot Act and slammed it in. And everybody said, oh my God, terrorists. And they were saying, oh yeah, the Patriot Act, we'll only use it to fight terrorism. Well, that lasted about 2 weeks. and they're going to do the same thing about all this. You think they don't have bills waiting in the wings to fight, right-wing racist militia and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram are already talking about deplatforming everything for everything.
Deplatform the president.
They're censoring everything. So,
wow. Here's the thing. Yesterday, people were so upset. Oh, why doesn't Trump come out and make a statement and tell the people to go home and be peaceful and we don't want violence? And he did actually make a statement, recorded, but Twitter and Facebook took it down.
Yeah.
He can't win. There's no way he can win.
There's no evidence that Trump ever made a video calling for people to go home and be peaceful. None whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
also the whole riot thing yesterday. Oh, this is terrible. People storming the Capitol and people rioting in DC. A few months ago, this past year, DC was on fire.
Literally on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to recall that.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, there's been a ton of people putting up side by side, tweets of people saying, well, protests and riots have their place, and it shows the dissatisfaction of the people side by side with what happened to DC was terrorism. Fucking, they're calling it insurrection.
Right.
I'm like,
I know.
bitch, please.
They're calling the people insurgents.
When
Insurgents.
when we insurrect, you'll fucking know it.
Yeah. Did you see the videos? I laughed at the videos because, the Capitol Police, some of them were trying to hold people back, but others were like, opening doors and letting people in and stuff like that. And that wonderful scene,
do what you're gonna do.
the wonderful scene of storming the Capitol, where a line of people were walking calmly between the velvet ropes.
Between the ropes, yeah.
Right.
And not doing anything else.
Well, and it's
and when they got into the Senate chamber and the House chamber, they sat in a seat. Oh my God. They took selfies. Oh my God. Horrible.
Now, here's the thing. You know what I have not seen is images of buildings on fire.
No.
Images of cars flipped over.
No.
Bodies in the street, except for the one unarmed woman that was shot by the police, which apparently is good now.
Right.
When unarmed people.
Right.
To say nothing of the fact that she wasn't shot in her bed. Oh, like who? Oh, you're trying that Breonna Taylor, say her name, that it was fucking proven she was standing right there next to her drug dealing boyfriend when she was shot.
Right.
Again, it's that pernicious lie. It's the fucking hands up, don't shoot.
Right.
It's to tell the lie enough times it becomes truth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, Trump never. He never disavowed racism. He never disavowed this. He never disavowed that. Well, yeah, because no matter what he does, you're just going to keep saying he never did this. It doesn't matter.
He could do it 10,000 times and they'll still say he never did it.
Exactly. And I cannot state strongly enough how much I fucking hate the Republican Party right now. The way they've completely abandoned Trump.
Yep.
And
he put them all there, by the way.
Yeah. You think Mitch McConnell wouldn't have won re-election if Trump wasn't the candidate running? Mitch McConnell would not have won re-election. His margin was too narrow. If Trump hadn't been running for re-election and had coattails, Mitch McConnell would not have won re-election. And then Mitch McConnell turns around and stabs him in the back like that.
George fucking W. Bush. Paper mache fucking puppets with him with a Hitler fucking mustache. And now he's the fucking hero of the left because he denounced Donald Trump.
Right.
For 8 years, he was fucking Hitler. We had fucking 24/7 coverage of Cindy Sheehan outside his ranch.
Yeah, Bush Hitler.
Bush lied, troops died. He's sending he was AWOL, and he's sending our troops to die in his pointless wars to avenge his daddy or to enrich his
wars that Trump was trying to end. Trump was trying to end.
All he's got to do is say Trump is wrong, and all of a sudden, George Bush, he's such a wonderful man.
And Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can, as far as I'm concerned, they can primary every one of those creatures. I just
why not?
I don't care.
The lack of support.
I think it's going to happen.
I think it's going to happen too. Because you know what's going to happen? They won't have to get primaried because they'll lose to their Democrat challenger.
Exactly.
Because the Trump voters that have been carrying the Republican Party for the last 4 years
don't want to go vote.
They will not show up.
Georgia. I thought they were going to steal Georgia. They probably did.
They did.
But
they did. You see
it's the same. Yeah.
They did the same.
Yeah. Same graph.
Except that I saw the turnout for this runoff.
The Trump turnout was lower, but they also had in the Democrat, like Fulton County, they locked the Republican observers out. They didn't do signature checks.
They did the same thing because it worked.
They stopped counting in the middle of the night and suddenly came up with a whole shitload of votes for the Democrat. I mean, it
worked. It worked. Nobody said
you don't have to mute, Brita. We like listening to Tig.
Yeah. But again, maybe
Come here.
maybe our time would have been better spent getting the vote out in Georgia, not telling people to stay home because your vote doesn't matter.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah,
work harder.
I don't know. I think people have that feeling all on their own, though.
Oh, they did.
What would give them that idea
Yeah.
that
People
your
aren't
vote doesn't
stupid.
matter?
Yeah.
They know people aren't stupid. Well,
I'm
lots of people.
debating whether I should ever vote again. I mean, like,
Well, it's kind of like
they're the ones who are going to. I mean, the system is going to decide whether or not my vote counts.
Yep.
right.
Sure, I'm in Ohio, and we're pretty like. Solid.
Well, it depends. It depends on your party
but
affiliation, and it depends on what precinct you live in and what county you live in. And I mean, if you live in a gerrymandered precinct for a party you identify more with than the other, then why bother to vote? Because it doesn't matter. I mean, if you if you don't, if it's not your part, like if you're a Republican in Fulton County, if you're a Republican in Fulton County, Georgia, your vote will never count, ever. You might as well not show up. That's just like if you're a Republican in California, you don't bother. It's pointless. You might as well switch to be a Democrat and pick which Democrat's going to
see. Now that's the interesting thing, Alan. Because there's pretty big there's pretty big schism in the Democratic Party.
Yes, there is.
And
not for long.
No, because the more like that I have to refer to Nancy Pelosi as the sensible wing of the Democrats is pretty frightening. They're dying off, but Pelosi won re-election as Speaker like that, no challenge.
Right. Yep.
Well, nobody else wants the job, probably.
Oh, they all want the job.
Well, she came closer to not getting it than ever before, but that was just because the number of Democrats were so small.
Yeah, exactly. And
she won it with less than 50% of the vote.
It will
How old is she now?
Well, because the Republicans didn't vote for her.
How old is she?
Yeah.
She's 80.
80, yeah.
How old is Nancy?
She's older than Joe Biden, but not by much.
Jesus Christ.
I
was thinking about Dianne Feinstein.
Her human suit, Pelosi's
was
human
Dianne
suit.
Feinstein like
Feinstein's senile.
Well, yeah, but I was thinking, like, was she in government when like Kennedy was there? Like,
yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I mean,
she was there for Roosevelt. We need Teddy.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fun what I want to know is when the House starts up again and they do all the committee assignments, will Swalwell still be on the Intelligence Committee?
Probably.
I bet he will.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Yep.
At this point,
when China Joe is the president,
why?
Who cares who's on the Senate?
Why wouldn't Eric Swalwell be on the committee?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything.
No, I haven't either.
Why would you?
Trump was
like
a Russian
it's like the UN, right?
We still hear Trump is a Russian stooge.
Right.
Yeah. It's like the UN, right? China is on
banging a Chinese spy. And somehow that's not news.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I will say one thing, that the Chinese honeypot operatives are more dedicated
they
their
sure love their
jobs
country
and their policy in their country than anybody I have ever seen. Holy moly.
They love China.
They love China so much.
I started thinking about something. We lost Fox News. We lost Drudge.
Oh, yeah. We lost Drudge years ago.
And now...
Man, Drudge.
What is there for right-based news? They've pushed it all to the Newsmax.
You know what there is?
And the Alex Jones.
You know what there is?
Newsmax.
Coming soon to a TV near you. Trump TV.
What?
That would be awesome because
That'd be smart.
TV, his own fucking network that cannot censor him.
Trump book.
He'd have millions of subscribers instantaneously. Telling you.
You know, I started thinking about that. It's
Is there
like,
some sort of like television commission that wouldn't allow it?
the FCC?
Doesn't matter. You could do it on the internet.
To be broadcast. Yeah.
That's true.
Why would you spend the money to have actual broadcast equipment and buy Spectrum and all that kind of crap in the age of the internet? Just stream the shit. You wouldn't need to the expense of a real studio. I mean, look at Alex Jones. He's not a poor man, but he's got that huge InfoWars operation and with a snazzy looking, studio and all that kind of stuff. It's all virtual, and he, streams hours and hours a day on the internet. Newsmax, I don't think they have an actual broadcast set up. They're on internet. So
I just can't get over the whole parlor MeWe, because the left was all like, well, you guys are the free market people. If you think Facebook is biased, why don't you leave? They go to Parlor. Oh, it's for far right-wing Nazis. Guys,
you can't win.
Yeah, I mean,
can't win.
A little intellectual consistency is obviously asking for too much, but then again,
Twitter literally kicks these people off their network, and then they get pissed off when they go somewhere else.
Right?
It's like, no, you were supposed to stay ineffective and useless.
Yeah,
because we kicked you out.
Why won't you stay silenced?
How dare you go do something else and get more followers than ever?
Isn't there an alternative also to YouTube?
Yeah, Rumble.
Like
Pornhub.
Rumble.
That's what it was. Rumble.
Rumble is the one.
What?
And
Pornhub. Oh, we lost Alan.
Uh-oh.
Something happened.
All that equipment and Alan's gone. I'm on an iPhone. You're on an iPhone. We're fine. Alan's got $9 zillion worth of equipment. He's a little round, little white circle.
I lost my. Can you hear me still?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh.
There's no more Alan video. We've lost the Alan feed.
It's okay, Jay. We're cuter anyway.
Well, you are.
I do not know what happened.
The giant disembodied voice from the left side of the screen. Woo!
My browser. It says the browser has lost connection to your camera.
Oh shit!
Oh.
That's it.
Oh no!
Obviously, Zuckerberg is listening. Alan just got zucked. Can't stop the signal, Mal.
Uh-oh.
Alan's hooking up a GoPro. We're going to see Alan skateboarding now. He's going to be just like Beto.
What is happening?
Yeah. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. So anyway, Brita. Alan has turned into an advertisement for GoPro.
Yeah.
That's weird. Are we looking? What is this?
It's me, but not me.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my camera back.
I think Alan just loaded an AK. I'm not sure.
Anyway,
we're gonna drag this podcast across the finish line if it kills us. Damn it!
Yeah,
we've got 7 minutes left.
I've got 11 minutes according to my timer, but
oh, because we started a little late. Yeah.
Yeah. But I
always just go 8 to 9, so I just figured. But
or 7 to 8 if you're a weirdo like Alan.
That's right. It's 7.
I'm gonna go on Nova Scotia time. It's 9 to 10. Damn it!
So we're still doing audio.
Okay, awesome.
2 out of 3 of us are doing video.
I'm getting there.
We're a professional outfit.
That's us. And remember, if you don't like it, you can get 100%.
There we go.
Yay!
He's back. There you
Yeah,
go.
I had to restart the webcam app.
Oh, okay.
It died. Maybe it's got like a time limit or something. I don't know.
Speaking of getting your money back, can I do a little mini rant for just a moment?
Sure.
On
Yes.
Tuesday, December 15th, I mailed through the United States Postal Service 3 packages.
Uh-oh.
I mailed a Christmas present to my mom. I mailed a Christmas
boy.
present to my dad. And I mailed a Christmas present to my sister and my niece. But mom and dad are still together. They're in the same place. But because the size of the box.
No judgment, Jay. We don't judge.
It was cheaper to mail. Well, this is germane. It was cheaper to mail 2 smaller boxes than 1 giant box.
Right, because they nail you on the oversized box.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it worked out that I put mom's in one and dad's in another. I sent my sister lives maybe 30 miles from my folks.
Okay.
Maybe. So all 3 packages left the same post office on the same day, going to the same state, 30 miles apart. 2 of the packages were going to the same house.
Yeah.
1 package arrived on Friday in the prior. They were all sent priority 2 day. 1 package arrived on Friday. 1 package arrived on Monday. The other one is out for delivery as of December 19th.
Holy smokes.
What day is it?
It is currently January 7th. It has been out for delivery for 18 days now. 19 days now.
That's crazy.
You might want to
I
check
signed
on
up.
that.
I signed up for alerts, and after a week when I'd gotten nothing, I put in a formal complaint, and they gave it a case number, and then I got a follow-up. Tell us how we did. I'm like, you gave it a fucking case number. That's literally the only thing you did. And then, we're sorry. And they're blaming COVID, and they're blaming unprecedented volume.
Yeah.
I'm like, unprecedented volume. It's Christmas time, you dumb shits.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is
What
the
do you expect?
organization. This is the organization that was perfectly fine to handle fucking ballots. They can't mail a goddamn. I sent 2 packages to the same address, and they arrived 2 days apart. How does that happen?
Right.
Crazy.
Another package going 30 miles away, lost in space. We don't know what happened. We cannot tell you where it is. We cannot tell you what's happening to it. So, needless to say, UPS now gets all my business.
Yeah.
I'll pay extra, so it gets there. Here's the funny part. I sent my niece another present on the 30th of December. She got it on Monday.
Oh my God.
I sent that by UPS.
Wow,
So
yeah,
the
there you
private
go.
sector is light years more reliable than the USPS. I know we're all shocked.
Yeah. Government workers will use any excuse.
Exactly.
Any excuse.
Exactly. And yet there are people out there that think the government should be in charge of your health care.
And everything else, apparently.
Yeah. And everything else.
I think,
Yeah.
Brita, thank you. That is a wonderful point. I think the single most disheartening thing the whole past year has been finding out just how many people desperately want to be ruled.
Yes.
They want someone else in charge so they don't have to think about it.
I agree.
Right.
It's so much easier to just let the government tell me not to do this. Let the government tell me when it's safe to do this.
They also want to sit home and collect a check.
Well, I mean, honestly, who doesn't? I mean, shit, if they mail me my pay every day, every week, who am I kidding? I love this shit. I'd still do what I do. But
you'd do it for free if you were independent.
I did it for free for many years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just how many people are so quick to just abdicate any responsibility whatsoever. And it's not my fault. Somebody else should take care of it. Why isn't somebody else doing this? And it's someone else's fault that things didn't work out the way I expected them to.
Yeah. You know, to
Yeah.
add on to that, one of the things that is super disheartening for me that throughout this whole year has really bothered me, where it's so obvious how ignorant people are of
Yeah.
history. Not just history, just basic facts. You know, just basic knowledge. And it's just
Yep.
Eesh.
just
And-
Google it. I mean, it's
and
not hard. It's
I-
not like you have to read a whole
Yep.
book. Just fucking Google something, you know? Like the whole thing that just came out this past week, the preacher getting up on stage and he ended the prayer with amen and a women.
Oh, that was
I'm
a
just
joke.
like,
That was a joke.
no, it was
always,
not.
It's always a joke.
It was
No,
not a joke.
I know it wasn't. I'm saying that the cover is, he was
These
making a
these
joke.
are people that are so ignorant of religion that they don't even know what the words mean.
Right.
And he was a pastor, right?
Right.
But like, here's the thing.
So
If you're okay, and maybe I'm just a freak who fact checks everything before I post it online or say anything, or I like to be right.
you're crazy.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm crazy, I guess. But here's the thing. There's a website. It's called Etymology Online, and all you have to do is Google it and type in the word, and then you have the history of the word, and you say, and it's simple, and it's not like you have to read a whole book.
How
You don't
dare
have to
you
go
challenge my preconceived notions?
Oh, it
What
just
are you talking about?
and it
Crazy
happens
talk.
over and over and over, right? Just
Sure.
basic ignorance of facts and simple history and just cultural
Yep.
knowledge. It doesn't exist anymore.
No, you know
And
why?
I think it's because it's intentional.
Teachers unions.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Right.
I know.
Like
It's just
the one who
sad.
was saying they can't go back to school because it's not safe, and she was
Right.
vacationing in Aruba.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no,
We have to stay home.
Puerto Rico, because they have.
We have to stay home.
Yes, we have to stay home. Yeah. I feel your pain, Brita, as someone with a degree in biology, watching people talk about how, there's no such thing as herd immunity. We have to have the vaccine.
Yeah.
Right.
Newsflash! You can't have a vaccine if herd immunity doesn't work. That's
Right.
that's the fundamental it'd be amazing if we could take a less dangerous version of the virus and inject it in people so they developed immunity to it. Wow!
Crazy talk.
And-
no one's ever thought of this.
And we don't have to
Yeah.
give it to everyone, just enough people.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Deep cleansing breaths. Deep cleansing breaths. You know who's responsible for this? Jimmy fucking Carter.
Jimmy
Department of
Carter.
Department of Education.
That's right. He did. He created the Department of Education.
Yep.
Okay.
So
And he went into a nuclear power plant and turned into a giant.
no, just the rabbit. All the young people are gonna have to go to their encyclopedias for that one.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
What was he? Was he at Camp David where he claimed to be attacked by a 6-foot rabbit?
Right.
Yes.
I think what?
Yes, Jimmy Carter claimed to have been attacked by a 6-foot rabbit.
Right.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
Yep.
I've never heard this one before.
It's one of those stories you're like, that's got to be like an urban myth, an urban legend. Nope.
Tig has.
Tig
on game
heard
shows,
6-foot rabbit and was like,
you know
"Ooh,
the game shows where they play that sound that tells them it's time to go into the lightning round because the game's over. That's Tig's roar.
Tig's on lightning round.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
But yeah.
He's
So
being very good, actually. I'm surprised.
Well, it's still
he got
time.
airtime. He was like, all right. He's like, I'm famous on the internet.
We've been doing this for a while. I got to figure out what to do with this video.
YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, Alan.
We do have a YouTube channel, so I got to figure out because we didn't stream it. I think next time we'll try to stream it.
Yikes.
I'll do some tests. But
On Facebook or?
no, I don't want to stream it to Facebook. We'll do it to YouTube. We'll do it to YouTube because it's the only option. But I am told that sometime this year Rumble will have streaming, so we'll probably do it there.
Cool.
Or Pornhub.
Okay.
I'm trying to. Oh, Pornhub.
No, Jay. People click on it and be like, "This is the weirdest, most boring porn I've never seen in my life."
Most boring three-way ever.
Worst.
She's not even in the middle.
Yeah. Oh wait. There. I fixed that.
Oh, and I
Thanks.
was in the middle.
What was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Stop it.
It would have been better if I'd remembered my left and right.
I know. It gets all screwed up.
We'll fix it in post.
Anyway. Yeah, we'll put that up on YouTube.
Great. Let's do that.
You know, at least we can laugh. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I was kind of not looking forward to this show because I was like, I don't want to go through it again. I don't
Yes.
want to
we
rehash
mostly
all
avoided
the bullshit.
We yes,
it. We mostly avoided it.
Yeah.
I should not be.
I got to hang
surprised.
out with my friends,
because
so that
my-
was pretty cool.
Exactly.
And we'll be back next week. Maybe
Yes.
we'll be live streaming. We'll see. This worked out pretty good.
People are going to be like, "Oh, cool!" And they're going to watch it. They're like, "Oh, they're
There's
boring."
supposed to
There's
be
really no, we're not like juggling stuff.
right.
Huh.
There's
Well,
there's
I know.
supposed to be an integration with YouTube where if people make comments on YouTube on the live thing, we can bring them into this and show them on the screen. And so I gotta
Yikes.
I thought we were going to have to
experiment with all
like
that
act
kind
it
of
out.
stuff.
We're going
Well-
to be like an improv group.
So
All right, Jay,
So
you're
for
on the
like-
street. Somebody asks you for a match.
like for the four people that'll watch us live,
Yeah, right.
MDev,
it'll be M Devil, yeah, and you know,
Hayden,
probably,
MDev.
Maybe Hayden, yeah.
Hayden,
yeah.
Here we go.
and
time.
there's okay. I've been good. It's been an hour. I'm hungry.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll be back next week. Everybody stay calm. Don't
Yes.
go storming any capitals.
Don't storm any buildings. Yes.
And
Yeah.
I just don't have the energy. I'm like,
I'm old. Like, I don't want to.
I'm like, I ran 5 miles today. I don't have the energy to storm anything.
all right, go feed Ty. We'll be back.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Night, y'all.
And I don't know. I got to figure out how to turn this off. And
Yeah, I don't know how to hang up.
Push the button. Well, there's leave. There's leave in the corner.